Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I want to teach you something very simple and very fun. How I made this poster for I made it for myself. It is like a new month flyer. I wanted to make like a normal new month flyer, but I didn't know what to do, so I just created a Brutalism poster. Right, so let me show you how I made it. It's very simple. First thing I did was before we get started, I beg smash the like button, drop a comment, share this video, and subscribe. Alright, so what I did was I went to Google and I just searched for, I was thinking like, let's go higher in June, let's do more in June. So if you have a good copy, it always influence like your design. It always give you ideas on what type of imagery to use. So since I had the copy gets going higher in June, I just thought of a roller coaster. Alright, so I came here and I searched for, not a roller coaster, sorry, a Ferris wheel. That's what it's called. So I searched for Ferris wheel and I got inspired. I saw some images. I came to the images section, and the images section I saw a particular image that I liked. Alright, here it is. I'm just going to click on it. This one right here where my cursor is trying to load. Network is bad. I just liked the way it looked. Alright, so I downloaded it basically. So let me actually show you what it is. Okay, it's right here. Alright, so this is it. I downloaded it and I decided to make something cool with it. Alright, so let me show you how I made the flyer. So just jump into Photoshop, create a new file. You can keep it at 1080p by 1350. The resolution can be 72 since it's like a social media flyer. Now just leave your remaining settings like mine and click on create. Once you've created, what I like to do is I like to create a solid color adjustment layer. So I'll come down here, create one, and I'll leave it at white, and then I'll delete this original background. And you might be asking me, why am I deleting the original background? It's still white. I don't know why I'm deleting it. I just like to use a solid color. I don't like that original background. I don't know why. Alright, so let's get on let's get on with the video. Alright, so once I have this, the first thing I do is I create a guide. So yeah, I create like a mini square. To create a square, select your rectangle tool, left click and drag while holding shift to make sure it's an actual square. If you don't hold shift, this is what will happen. It turns to a rectangle. But if you hold shift, it turns to a square. Alright, so I just create it when I feel it's a good size. I change the color to something that I can see on my background, and I send it. I come up here to this control panel and change your selection to canvas. Okay, once you do that, you can now move things around using this stuff here. So I take it to the topmost edge, press Ctrl J to duplicate it, and then take the duplicate to the bottom right. Alright, once you have this, come to your ruler. If you don't have your ruler, press Ctrl R and just drag this out, drag another one out. Alright, so once they are out, what you do is you select one, whichever one you've selected, just drag this to it. Alright, so just select it, drag this, and just place it on the edge of it. So as simple as that, simple as ABC. So that's how I create my guides. Just drag them. So now I can select these two rectangles and I can just select the two rectangles and I can delete them because I don't need them anymore. I have my guides. Alright, so that's how I create my guides. Once your guide is created, the next thing I do is I'm going to just I'll bring in this image. This is our hero image. I'll just scale it up. Once it's all scaled up, I'll just move it up a little bit. I'll place it there. Select my text tool and I'll write going higher in. So going higher in. Okay, I'll change the color to black. and I'll centralize it. Alright, so let's zoom it a little bit to see what we're doing. I'll press Ctrl T and I'll just make sure it fits into my guide. Alright, I'll take it up a bit. Alright, so I'm going to leave it there. Then this roller coaster image, I keep on calling it roller coaster. This Ferris image, I'll take it up a little bit. Then I'll select my text tool again. I'll come down here and I'm going to write June this time. Okay, I'll press Ctrl T to scale it, and then I'll drag it like this. Alright, so it is scaled June. So I'll select the June, I'll select the image, and I'll select the text at the top, and I'll come and click on this to centralize, to make sure that the space between three of them is like equal. And I'll come to the bottom. I'm going to bring in this element. Okay, it's more like an arrow, so I'll take it down. I'll just hold my shift and rotate it. Sorry, rotate it like this. Let's zoom in to see what we're doing. Okay, let's place it at the edge here. That's pretty good. And I'm going to write the date. Select your text. So I'm going to write 01.01, sorry, 01.06, 6 is June, 2025. Okay, then I'm going to press Ctrl T and I'll reduce the size so it matches the arrow. Zoom in. I think that looks pretty good. Sit it on the line. Okay, now it actually looks big. Both of them look big, so I'll select the date and the arrow. I'll press Ctrl T and I'm going to scale it down. Okay, that looks better. If you hear that sound, never just brought lights. Praise God. So the last thing I'll bring in is the barcode. Okay, it's not the last thing, but the barcode. I'll just place it here. I'll shrink it. Okay, so I'm actually going to cut it off. To cut it off, what am I going to do? I'll select my rectangular marquee tool, or you can just press M. I'll select where I want to cut off. While the barcode is selected, I'll press Alt and click on this mask, and just like that, I've cut it. Okay, you can see. If I hold Shift and click on this mask, you can see that it will come back. Alright, so that's how I cut it, by just masking it. Alright, so the next step, I'll click on the roller coaster image, and the reason I'm clicking on it is because I want to create like a square, like a square shape. Alright, and I want the square shape to like be the exact same size of the image. Okay, so once I have that, I'll just take it behind the image. I'll double click on it and I'll add a stroke. Okay, I'll make sure the stroke is an inside stroke. I'll reduce the size, so let's leave it at 3. Reduce opacity to 95. I'll make the blending mode to the dissolve, and I'll change the color to black. Once that is done, you're going to clip this image into the rectangle, and you're going to see this stroke that we have. Press Ctrl H to hide your guides. Okay, so this is basically the flyer on a basic level. So the step we're going to use to make it Brutalism is you're going to click on the roller coaster image itself, and you come down here to threshold, click on the threshold layer, and then you clip it to that to the Ferris wheel image. Select the two of them, select both of them, right click and convert to a smart object. Once it's converted to a smart object, double click on it. It's going to take you here. Click on the Ferris wheel image, come to filter and add noise. Okay, go to noise and add noise. Okay, add noise. Noise is going to like add more details to the flyer. So click on OK, press Ctrl S to save, and then come back to the original image, and we have our brutalism effects. Alright, so you can see the, let me see if I can show you the before and after. So this is the before, this is the after. Alright, so once that is done, the next thing you want to do is to bring in your texture. So I'll bring in this black one. I'll just scale it up a bit. I'll change the blending mode to lighter color. Okay, it's not too visible. I'll just duplicate it once. Okay, if you look at the text, you see the difference with or without. Let me hide. You can see how plain the text is, but when I put the texture, you can see the effect it has. So I'll bring in the last and final texture, which is this, and I'll just change the blending mode to multiply. Alright, you can see what we have. I'll just reduce the fill a little bit. Alright, so now the final step, you might be wondering, how did I make it yellow? The simple way is just to use a gradient map. So come to your adjustment layer, select the gradient map. Alright, you can see this is even pink. If you want it like this, you can have it like pink and white. So I chose mine to be yellow and black. So I'll just come here. I already have the gradient saved. So this is the gradient I used. This is the hex code for the black, 1D 1D 1D, and the hex code for the yellow is FBDE01. Alright, so as simple as that, we have this. So you can now press Ctrl Shift Alt and E to create a snapshot. Right click on it, convert it to a smart object, come to filter and go to camera raw filter to do some final editing. So in here, what I like to do is I like to come to detail. I like to increase the sharpening of the image, come to effects. Of course, I increase texture to 100. I increase grain a bit. I reduce my vignette a bit. So I'll come to color, increase the saturation a little bit, increase. I'll come to light, add a little bit of exposure, contrast, reduce highlights, increase shadows. Just play around with it until you get what you like, and you click on OK. And with that, we have come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this video, because I did. If you learned something new, drop a comment, tell me what you learned new, tell me if you enjoyed the tutorial, tell me if you want more brutalism posters like this. Alright, like this video, drop a comment, share it to another designer that wants to learn this, and subscribe, because there's more content like this. I already have more brutalism videos and more is going to come. Alright, so drop a subscription. Say drop a subscription, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.